Hey guys, Ron Musgrave's Pressure Washing Institute. Here we are live today. We are doing a CETA Power Clean Show 2025 recap. I'm here with Will and Anthony. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing great. Can't complain.
That is awesome, awesome stuff. So
Doing
we
good.
all of us went to this event. What did you guys think of the event?
Anthony?
So I really enjoyed the event thoroughly. There was a lot of good things there for everyone from a manufacturer all the way down to a contractor. The I learned a lot. Definitely saw a lot of the new innovation, and just networked with a lot of good guys. So I really liked it.
How many guys did you have in your class? I was just curious.
There was about 40 people in our class.
Boy, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know how many I had. I didn't count them. I think it was like 20. But yeah, it was pretty good. Considering Reno, Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, anywhere in Nevada at a 7 a.m., I think you're doing pretty good. You know, most people are going to sleep at that time, right? I mean,
I would agree.
Did you get good rest, Will, or did you wind up staying out all night? Nobody's listening to you.
I don't sleep to begin with, man. That did not help at all.
I had to bring Will up to his room a few times, man. Like, Will, it's time to go to bed. Let's go to bed.
Let's get in there. So, all right. So you guys were there. You were there obviously with Evan A. Will. You were there representing your own brand. I know that we'll talk about this right here. Get this out of the way. This is the dual purpose machine. Obviously, you guys demoed this thing. I wish we had some video of that, but I haven't gotten any in my hands yet. I missed it. I don't know how, but I missed you guys shooting this thing. Supposedly, you guys went up over three stories. Is that where you went with it?
So there was a 5-story parking garage there. We were hitting the 4th story, no problem, of the parking garage. The 5th story did prove to be a little bit of an obstacle on the parking garage.
And did you surface clean with this thing too?
Absolutely.
Super. So everybody understands this. You soft wash with this thing. You also surface clean with it. That's why they call it the Dual Wash Pro. It'll pressure wash and soft wash, and meaning why it's a true dedicated pump. What makes it that is it's got a proportioning system on it that's putting the chemicals not by downstream, but right through the pump. So
yeah,
you're able to get a stronger mix, a weaker mix. You can do whatever you want. You can dial it in 1%, or you could have it, full percentage, right? I mean, you could do anything you want to.
The coolest thing about that unit is not only were we able to show the real performance of the unit, but Delco was able to take the Innovation Award of the Year, and that was voted for by manufacturers, dealers, and contractors. So everybody voted on a couple of products, and that one actually took the top. So that is a very cool thing as well.
Oh, that is completely awesome. That is
Delco actually took 2 of the awards for that. We also took it for the battery operated one. But the Dual Wash Pro was the winner, which is definitely big for us. It was something we're very proud to be able to say that we won the Innovation Award at CETA.
That's awesome. That is awesome. As well as what happened. Gus was named
Gus Alexander is president of CETA as well.
President for the 2026 show in October. What are the dates, Anthony? So you could be wrong, not me.
So I won't be far off if I am off, but I believe it's the 7th to the 9th or 10th, something like that. It's October 7th to the 10th, I believe it is. I'm gonna say that's probably it.
Well, hopefully, somebody can cure that and tell us what the real dates are. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
At least it's not Halloween.
That is very true. It's very far from Halloween, so we're doing in good shape.
We're way better than it was, but You know, it's funny. Last year's show on Halloween, actually, 825 people. So that was pretty crazy, actually.
There was a lot of people there.
A lot
Yes.
of people.
Yep. So what did you think, Will? What did you think of Reno?
I thought it was a real successful show. Real nice to be able to display equipment, go around and see what other people had as well. There was a lot of contractors there, so it was nice to be able to speak with them and hear things that they'd like to see changed in the Delco equipment. Because we do definitely take the things that the manufacturers as well as the end users say and would like to change, into heart here while we are developing equipment. And that's huge to be able to take that input and say that is beneficial if we were to do X, Y, and Z. So, it was a real successful show in that aspect. It was nice to get to know end users, nice to get to know customers, on personal levels as well, which is something that I don't always have the opportunity to do being here in the Midwest, but getting everyone in one location is always fun. I think the most fun part about it for me though, because I've seen it obviously the dual wash pro up at the plant. I've seen it, behind the plant running things at that, nature, but truly seeing it running off of, Washworks supply trailer that they built this beautiful trailer and to be able to see it running off of that and the smiles on people's faces and how cool the product really was is something that was honestly a blessing to be able to see happen.
And they're going to be able to see that thing run again and demo it April what? Tentatively, TBA, April
So it's
2026.
tentatively the 19th and the 20th, I believe, right now. Yeah, tentatively the 19th and the 20th of April here in Chicago. We're going to be having another event. But before that, though, as soon as we get these things in stock, we'll be building trailers out with them, and we'll be posting many, many videos of these things probably later this month with these things, and we'll be showing everyone, another build. That was one style of build that we had out there, but there's many, many different options that we can put on these things and really showcase what these things can do.
Well, as I see this going on, right? Like now, like everybody has got one, right? They're all chasing it, and I actually see this now. Truthfully, what's this going to do to the soft wash industry as far as all these dedicated machines that are just for soft washing? When you can actually pressure wash with one machine and you can soft wash with one machine, why would you have a pressure washer and a soft wash machine? I'm trying to play devil's advocate here because I really don't see why you would, right? As long as both of them can perform optimally, I don't think that I just can't see it. I can't see there being a reason. And I'll tell you a little bit of the history without mentioning names. I took a red gun. Everybody knows that red gun. By the way, now they have 5,000 PSI ones. Did you guys see that?
I did see that.
They're actually 5,000 PSI now because it was always a Sutner gun valve inside the damn thing to begin with. But anyway, that point being, I took a soft wash gun, supposedly at the time, and I put it on an 8 GPM pressure washer, which everybody thought the gun was going to blow up in my hands. I've been using these things for, 35 years on 35 to 4,000 PSI machines. So I knew it wasn't going to. And the soft wash machine, which I'm not going to name the soft wash machine because we don't need to, it couldn't reach over a main event building, which is probably about 3 stories. It couldn't hit the parapet wall. Put it on that 8 GPM machine, bam, the thing shot probably 15 feet over the parapet wall. We were probably hitting the air conditioning unit 20 feet beyond the roof, when it was on. Couldn't see it, but that's how high the thing was shooting. And the minute I did that, I think that there was a lot of people in the audience that went, whoa, wait a minute, man. How is a pressure washer? Because we all know that 98% of our industry downstreams, right? Is that a real number, or is it better? Is the number more or less? What do you think most people do?
I would say that is a real number up to about 5 years ago. I think it's starting to go more so dedicated soft wash systems as well. It's not something though that was really crazy out there, up to about probably 5 years
But
ago.
can anybody have just a soft wash system?
No, no.
I mean, that's what I want to hit home here today. Like, guys that are watching this, you cannot just be an exterior cleaner and say, I'm just going to have a dedicated soft wash system that just soft washes. I just don't see that.
Yeah, I don't either. Will,
Yeah.
what do you think as far as multiple systems, one system? What do you think?
I mean, I'd always go with the dual wash, not just because I, sell them and work for the manufacturer, but you have both your systems in one, and you could do it literally with a switch of the wrist. You can have your pressure washer, you can have your soft wash all in one unit, and it does give you more uptime. You don't have to worry about the downtime of stopping, turning off one machine, running to the other, picking up the gun, picking up the hose. Literally, you have a switch of the wrist and your guy over there, and you can go from the pressure wash to the soft wash in a matter of a second.
Yeah,
We were
well,
able to have that running with both guns being held. You can switch back and forth, and you're able to rock and roll both ways. And we demonstrated that. And that just had people in shock and awe, the fact that you were able to have both of them going and, have one guy on one gun, one guy on the other, flick your wrist and move the lever, and it goes straight from the one to the other, and you're not losing performance on either one. I mean, that's true innovation. That's truly what people realize, look at, and say, wow, you're getting optimal performance out of a pressure washer and optimal performance out of a soft wash in one unit.
absolutely.
I mean, that is what this unit was about.
And it's
Yeah.
not complicated, is it?
It is not complicated at all. I am not a wrench turner by any means. And Anthony knows that about me. When I'm over at his shop, I'm the certified vacuum holder.
Exactly.
And I can look at one of those things and figure out how to use them. It's pretty cool. And I mean, they're rocking and rolling. They're being built as we speak, which is something that's really cool to be able to do as well and be a part of being able to say that.
Yeah. Now, as far as what I think, as far as the dual wash system to dedicated systems, there is a place for each system, right? So if you are a single man truck, which a lot of these guys are, and they go out and they wash the concrete and then they wash the house, a dual wash system is the absolute ideal place for those guys. If you go out and you have a crew of 4 guys, now yes, you can absolutely have 4 dual wash systems on the rig, and you can have the versatility for have 4 guys soft washing or 4 guys pressure washing, and that would be absolutely ideal. But if you have a crew of 4 guys and you have 1 guy pressure washing and 1 guy soft washing, you only have 2 machines, or let's say 3 machines. So they say you have 1 guy rinsing behind the guy surface cleaning. You got 1 guy soft washing. Yeah, dedicated machines in that particular instance probably would be very ideal. But you have to be the right fit, right, for each piece of equipment that you put on your rig. So there's always going to be a place, I feel like, for dedicated equipment, but I see a very big need for what we have on this dual wash system here for a lot
What
of
are
these
we
guys.
looking at here?
So what we're looking at here is the dual wash. That is a CRX 750, and it has the Comet proprietary pump to F&A Group. All the internals of that pump have been reworked by F&A Group and Comet
What's
together
in
to
that
be able.
box?
So
Buy the
in
unit.
that box is air and opportunity, man. There's air and opportunity in that box. But yeah, that pump. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. Is that thing has been fully reworked by F&A and Comet. together to be able to put seals in it that are going to resist the chemical that's going to be running straight through the head of that pump. So, and there's no better way of telling these guys that the pump is going to last by telling them. What are you telling them, Will?
I'll let you tell them.
Okay.
I think it's more beneficial if it's heard from you than it is from me, because I'm the manufacturer. They're just gonna think I'm saying lip service on it.
So what they're telling everybody is that they are going to give you a lifetime warranty on the head of the pump. Some people say the head of the pump's going to corrode out and rot out. They're going to say, and they told you, listen, man, how about we tell you it's not by giving you a lifetime warranty on the head of the pump? There's the equipment's only good as the manufacturer is to stand behind it, in my opinion. So if your manufacturer isn't standing behind your equipment, no matter what equipment, I'm not singling out anybody, but if your equipment, your manufacturer is not standing behind it, I don't care if you think it's the best thing in the world. It's when it breaks, you'll realize it's not.
So what do you guys know? So we have an electric machine there, right? The one that was the Comet one. What do we know about that one?
So that is the V-Power. That works off of a pressure switch. So there's no bypass on that unit. So once it builds pressure in the line, the pump turns off, and there's no bypass on that, which would prolong the life of that pump substantially, because you're not running it in bypass, heating it up. If you're running chemical through it or whatnot. The nice thing about that thing is, like I said, the pump turns off when you let off the gun because of the pressure. You get maximum performance out of that as well because it runs maximum flow.
How many hours does it run?
So the battery lasts 2.5 hours of runtime, constant runtime. If you were to want an extra battery, so you would never go down. So the battery charges in 2 hours and it runs for 2.5.
That's a supercharge?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you were to run that thing and you had 2 batteries, the extra battery would cost you about $2,400, but you would never be down. So if your comment is, hey, I think this thing's gonna run out of battery, $2,400 will take care of that 100%. So, but that was a really cool unit as well, and that was also up for the Innovation Award as well.
That's awesome. It's awesome stuff. And that's by Comet, but
Valley Industries.
Valley Industries, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys out there that are watching that can ask their dealers or whatever they've got to do.
Yeah. That unit is available by all your local Comet, Valley Industries suppliers, distributors. So anyone that you have local to you that carries Valley Industries, they are able to get that thing.
So what was your guys' favorite demo besides the dual? Obviously, a little bias on that, but what were your guys' thoughts on the outdoor demos? What was really anything
I mean,
like
my favorite part of the whole outdoor demo was when I caused a little bit of a ruckus, man.
The guy was coming.
What'd you say, Will?
I knew it was coming, and it was my favorite part too. I loved it.
Why don't you tell him what happened then, Will?
So, someone out there had a drone flying, and they were washing, and I'm not going to use names of other companies or anything like that. And Anthony and Nate were like, "Hey, I wonder what would happen if I went over there with the Dual Wash Pro and started spraying it." And they started outperforming this drone on height that they were able to spray up on the parking garage. And all of a sudden, you see the drone just fly over to the other half of the parking garage.
And he landed it.
Ouch.
I was talked to about that, but
was that when I was getting wet?
Probably, yeah.
Because I was like feeling that mist, and I was like, okay, I hope that's not solution. I hope that's just water.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody was smart enough just to spray water.
Just water. Water.
I bought a bunch of clothes one time at an event. I don't know if you guys know that or not.
No.
Yeah, I had to buy about 20 people clothes at an event one time.
Oh, you sprayed some bleach out there?
I didn't do that. Some knucklehead did it, but it was my event, so I had to buy the clothes. So
That's rough.
oh well, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. It happens.
Yep.
Hey,
And then
I want to talk about one thing here, guys, and I don't know if either one of you know anything about this, but I want to talk about this, and I'm gonna play this little. This is a short little video, so I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this little video, guys, and then you guys can comment on this if you know anything about it. It's a 45-second video.
Ron Musgrave's Pressure Washing Institute. We're here with Beckett here at the 2025 PowerClean show, and we're here with Richard. He's going to tell us a little bit about this burner.
Hey, how are you? Richard from Beckett. We've been in the industry for quite a long time. We make DC burners for all types of applications, power washers, many different sizes and variants. We have a lot of new products in the arsenal to help with fuel management, Tiger Loop deaeration products, filtration products, control devices where you can have Bluetooth technology and troubleshoot your equipment. So we've got a lot of new things on the horizon, and looking forward to a bright future.
Well, thanks, Richard, for coming out to the 2025 PowerClean show.
So what I want to talk about is, you heard that Bluetooth technology, and from what I understand, they're able to monitor the system from a telephone or an iPad or whatever you want to hook up to it, and you can tell if the airflow is right, if it's getting enough fuel, the fuel pressure, so you would know the pump's bad if you're not getting enough fuel pressure. I mean, what do you guys think about that? That's brand new on the 12 volt. Now they've had it on the 120 systems, you know, for like 3 years, but I guess this new one on the 12 volt system, which is mainly our industry. What do you guys think about that, man? I think I wish I had that, because so many times the 12 volt systems, I mean, I don't want to tell everybody that 12 volt systems aren't as good, but they are a little bit challenging sometimes, especially when you get problems. I always try to tell people, and I don't know if you do this, Anthony, because you run a service department. I go, if you got one that keeps failing and it's going on and off, and you've changed the battery, you know, you've done everything you could do to know that it's getting the right amount of juice, change all the wiring, because there's a wiring short in there, and trying to find it's easier just to change the wiring and put new wiring on there. Is that what you do too? When you become frustrated, you just change the wiring and eliminate that's the thing. With this here, that's a great tool, because potentially it's going to tell you got low voltage or you got a short or something's going on. So I think that's a pretty, who knows, maybe we'll see them get the Innovation Award next year.
Now, Ron, that's going to be
huge.
telling the end user that, correct?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I see it from all different standpoints. I see it from a manufacturer being able to be innovative with it. I see it with an end user being able to say, hey, you know, oh, that's really cool. I know it's the X part. And I see it from a service center being able to say, well, now that's taking money out of my pocket, because, you know, the end user can say, hey, I know it's the airflow, and they don't have to bring the unit into a service center to have to check for it. So, I mean, I see it from all three different standpoints of why that unit has pros and cons when it comes to something like that. So, I mean, but that's just like any product in the world. There's pros and cons to everything, and it just completely depends on which way you want to look at something.
I see it from the standpoint of, this was mentioned to me about, you know, guys that are doing the service. Obviously, they don't want contractors to be able to work on their own equipment, because, you know, we know our service departments, it's not a joke. They make a lot of money. I mean, that's where the money's made in a lot of these distributorships. Hell, in our automotive dealerships, it's known fact. The dealerships, automotive repair, makes more money than selling new or used cars. So I understand that. But I mean, coming from a standpoint of, I'm a guy that has 25 trucks. I like that, because whether I'm outsourcing my mechanic or whether I'm insourcing it, at least I got somewhere to start. you know. And 12 volt, man, it's got to be. I'm sorry, it's got to be the most challenging thing on a hot water unit. I mean, we all know that these things go out brand new, and you know this, Will. Sometimes they don't even work, you know. I mean, because it's just one little mistake that was made, and this thing will not work, you know. And you probably seen it, Anthony. I'm not picking on Will's products. It happens with everybody's stuff, you know. And because we've got humans involved, you know, at the factories wiring these things, you know. So I mean, I would think that would be a great tool if it was on there, and you got a brand new machine, and right away, you know, oh man, I got low voltage, or I gotta shorten the system, or I'm not getting enough fuel. I mean, I know my own people, and you've probably done this too. When you're running the hose sometimes from the diesel, you know, and you're installing something, have you ever pinched that fuel line? I have. I said we actually one time mounted a hot water skid and collapsed the fuel line, and we're sitting there wondering, hey, why is this thing not working? You know, man, you had a simple app saying, hey man, I'm not getting any fuel. I mean, bam, you go right there and you look at the line and problem solved, you know. And so many times, to myself, so many times, we used to call I went from the 120, that's all we had, to where 12 volts got popular, because I've been doing this for 41 years. And 12 volts got popular. But guys, 12 volts, if you think the dual purpose has been a challenge, I was there when the 12 volts came out, and you want to talk about a nightmare? You know what I mean? I mean, they were a complete nightmare. You guys are too young to know that. But they were a complete nightmare when they first came out. I wouldn't touch them, not with a 10-foot pole. But I think this thing here, to me, not that the dual purpose wasn't the most innovative thing. It definitely won the award. It is definitely, there's no doubt, it's going to change the world. But I think this type of technology, man, I mean, is something I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to more of this stuff on machines in general, you know, in general. How many times have you repaired a pump, Anthony, to find out that a motor was still working, but wasn't given the CCs that it was supposed to, and you couldn't get, the bucket test just would not give you the 6 GPM or the 8 GPM. And it boiled down to, it was the damn motor. The damn motor's bad. It's not the pump, not anything, the belts, not the gear drive, not the math. It was the damn motor. And Will, this stuff happens, man. It does.
Oh, yeah.
It happens. Yeah, it happens. Well, you remember somebody turned the motor upside down.
I remember that.
Thought it was going to run right.
And it smoked everywhere.
You know,
That will definitely happen.
And that happened, Anthony. We turned the motor upside down, then we tried to run it, and we thought we were going to get the right RPMs out of it, you know.
Hey, Will, what you guys use Wayne's or Beckett's or a combination of both?
We use Wayne.
Nice. Yeah, that's
Yep.
I worked on a lot of Wayne's. I like Wayne's. Beckett, I feel like sometimes they do a little too much, but they are a very good burner.
Did you guys ever hear that Larson's?
No.
Yeah, I still haven't heard. I was there. I did an interview with the guy, and I still don't know. Do you know about it? Well,
I know they have a Yeti cup of theirs.
do you? You got one of their Yeti cups.
I got a Yeti cup for the kid because, of course, he needs a Yeti.
Cup. Damn it! They didn't even realize. They didn't even realize who they were giving that $100 cup to.
Yeah, no, they didn't realize it. So, I may be crossing the line here.
I could have at least, gave them a promo.
We all know I like to shake stuff up and cross the line, so here I go doing it right now. I mean, I've gotten emails in lately about people trying to shake up the market in certain ways. And
I don't know,
Anthony, I don't know why you're already smiling, but you want to talk about some of the stuff that's going on your end, why I may be getting emails right now?
I mean, sometimes you got to do something that a little different, man. And if you, I mean, look, we went to Reno. Okay, let's just bring a foundation in here. Okay, we went to Reno. I helped you guys with the dual wash. We won the innovation award. So what do? I give it back, right? To just like you guys give it back. I give it back to everyone, and we put a couple of sales out maybe that are maybe a little too low. I don't know, man. I just want to give back to guys, right? So we put 8 gallon a minute gear drive. I might bring it back for you guys. This show, maybe I'll bring it back for you. 8 gallon a minute CRX 680 gear drive. What do we have it out there for? I think Ricky, what was the number on that thing? Give me a number. 8 gallon a minute. I think it was like 2603. Yeah, 2603 for that unit. That's crazy.
That's a good
But
deal.
and we just put one out today as well. I'm sure people weren't very happy about it. It was an IGX 700 belt drive unit for 3,100 shipped to your door. That's crazy. We only got 2 of those. So, but
I mean, if you're willing to agree, Anthony, I'm willing to do it for another, I'll run it for the next 48 hours, even though you're going to kill me. If you're willing to agree on that CRX special, I'm willing to go talk to, my boss right now and get that extended for 2 more days so we can get that thing blasted out. Notice when I said that, he just magically vanished off the screen.
Hey, well, here's the one I want to talk about. There's your Yeti cup. It was Carlin. See,
That was the Yeti cup.
I couldn't even remember the name. I got to mention this company because 41 years I never heard of this company. This is the only company at the entire show I've got to do a little promo for it because I've never even heard of the guys. Never ever. Have you?
Actually, it was kind of funny with them because when I went back, my kid's in commercial HVAC. And when I went back and mentioned that, I guess they make stuff for like HVAC and commercial HVAC and burners for that type of stuff. And he knew
Let me tell you what they make burners for. Okay? Do you remember that oil tank in your basement?
Oh, the huge boiler ones?
Yes. Guess
Yep.
what? You know why they're looking into our industry? Because there ain't very many of those being built anymore, man. And the ones that are, they're being redone. Who's got oil burning furnaces if you build a brand new house? Is anybody building a brand new house and put an oil burning furnace in? I mean, tell me, is that a thing? You guys are all up there, man. If I built a house in Chicago right now, I don't think I'm putting an oil burning furnace in. I remember the oil tank in the basement in the cellar. Okay, but and I remember I believe it was a Wayne burner on that furnace, but I don't think that would happen again. You have an oil burning furnace, Anthony?
no.
Nobody does. Your grandmother doesn't even have one.
No, not anymore. That's done. That's over with.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's why we were just talking about it, and we were talking about. I had never heard of this company. Anthony, you heard of this company?
I have never heard of that company.
I never heard of them either. But now everybody knows about them. They make burners, and they're making them for our industry.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my screen went black, man, when I started talking about sales, man. They're like, yeah, this guy's gotta go, man. We gotta get him off of here.
That didn't happen, man. That didn't happen. There's Will now. He's gone. He's like out of here. He's out of here. Well, hey, Raj said, hey, what's up, Raj? Veronica, she loves that system. Anything else, man? Anything else you want to mention about this thing, man? Is there anything else? Now Anthony disappeared. What are you guys doing to me? Am I only allowed to have 2 people now on here or what?
All right. Yeah, we're back. We're all back, man.
All right.
We're back.
All right. Well, what do you guys want to do in closing? 34 minutes. What do you want to do?
All right. So Will,
is there anything else besides the sales stuff? Let's recap the show up first, finish it out. You outperformed the drone, okay, with the dual purpose. Let's see. Yeah, we talked about the battery life on the new electric equipment. We mentioned
some comment.
Beckett's got some new stuff. The Innovation Awards. We talked about Gus is the president. We're doing a recap on the recap. Anything else we're missing? What about Trudy did the paint thing there? Nobody got any video for me. I didn't see that. It's a shame because we should talk about that. She's done a lot of hard work on that. How are you doing, Barry? We missed you at the show. Hopefully we're going to see you. Hopefully you guys will see him at Trudy's. You guys are going to Trudy's event. That's next month on the 5th, right? November.
We'll try and make it out there.
5th,
I am going there.
November 5th and 6th. Okay. We'll see you guys out there. You know what? I got in trouble for this, but I don't care. I support all events. PWNA's got an event in February. It's also in Orlando. They're there with the IWCA. They're calling it Elevate. September, you're saying October 7th, 8th, and 9th, CETA PowerClean will be back at Shingle Creek in Orlando.
Correct.
You got your event April. We don't have a set date, but it will be in April, early April, I'm assuming. Everybody will be at that event. Chicago event last year, man, the most contractors at it, 245 contractors or 245 people.
There was 245 contractors at
it. So, and that's important because when we talk about these events, I'm not going to candy coat anything. CETA had several hundred people there. There was no doubt there were several hundred people there, but there was probably less than 100 contractors. Would you guys agree with that? All in all, probably less than 100 contractors. Now, last year they had 825. That's their number. Everybody's going back to Orlando. I think Orlando's going to be big. Let me put a prediction on it. 1350.
I have a feeling it's going to be very large.
I think it's going to be bigger than 1350.
I agree.
I think it's going to be 1350, guys. We're going to bet $1. You guys got your dollar?
We got the dollar.
$1. What's your number, Will? Come on. Tell me the number. I got my dollar. out.
Will, I'll put the dollar in for you.
Show me the money. Show me the money, man. $1. What's your number?
I think we're going to be at 1627.
Okay, are we going over and unders, or just if you go over, you blow it? What's the deal?
Bro, Price is Right rules.
Okay, so you go over 1350. I stay with 1350.
And I'm gonna go with 1498.
1498. So if we have 1498, 1350, and Will's is
1627.
Whose number is that? That's some number. That's you played a lotto with that number or something.
No, man, it's just a good, solid number.
Solid. It's solid. But all right. Well, yeah, I think it was a great event. Like I said, I was happy to be there. Made a lot of good connections. Had a lot of fun. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was. It was a blast.
Yeah. When we weren't making connections, we were out maybe hitting the casino.
I had so much fun. I stayed another day. I wasn't even going to stay that long. I stuck around another day. When did you guys bug out?
I was gone Sunday morning.
3:30 in the morning Sunday.
Yep.
We left the hotel.
It's like you guys left the same time I did. I left that evening on Saturday night. So same thing. We all bugged out. I got a one-way flight though. You guys didn't.
I did. I ended up getting a direct.
Get out of here to Chicago.
Yeah, it cost me $9 more, and I was able to get a direct with no layovers. So I'm doing it.
You're like $9. You whipped out the company card and said, charge. Hey, you could just say I didn't get a coffee, right? I mean, at that point, right?
I just chose to get home. My per diem.
I chose to get home sooner, and I didn't get a coffee.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Hey, it was a nice recap. At least we recapped the recap. I don't know if we forgot somebody. Oh, you know what? Did we want to talk about? They did the sword thing. Did anybody get any details on that? Like, does anybody know what's going on with that? Nobody got any details. Okay. Well, that's the clean air stuff in California. Maybe who knows? Maybe we can get somebody on from CETA to talk about that. That would be I think that'd be a cool show. I think if we got online and talked about that. because people, guys need to know about it. Apparently, 2028, that's it, right? No more gas-powered equipment.
Then that's what they're saying. I think for
That's-
California, yeah.
Sounds crazy. It just sounds unbelievable. But it's California, so it is believable.
Yeah.
It is believable. All right, guys. Anything you guys want to conclude, man? Any about those specials? One last promo on the specials.
What do you got, Will?
What's solid?
I'll support it if you go with it.
All right, we'll give them 48 more hours of 8 gallon per minute CRX 680 with an Udor pump gear drive, and we'll do it for 2603.
That's a steal, guys. That's a steal, guys. That is a steal. Steal. Well, in conclusion of that, guys, I appreciate you two coming on. Thanks for the recap. Thanks for PowerClean CETA. We're looking forward to 2026, guys. We're looking forward to that. It's going to be at Shingle Creek. It's going to be October, allegedly 7th, 8th, and 9th, according to Anthony. If I'm wrong on that, that's his ass, not mine.
I'll take it.
Thanks, Will. Thanks for extending that thing. Some of these guys will get a real steal. That CRX is a gem, man. It's a solid motor. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute, we're out.